Dude, what?
I don't know what just happened.
What the fuck was that?
Just roll it. Let's go.
What did you play? What was that?
I don't even know how that got there.
Dude, it jump scared me. I'm like, did my internet go out? I was like, what happened? And then we had our intro pop up.
Welcome to Fourth Down Fiasco.
Yeah, hello and welcome.
If you want to know what happened, go watch on YouTube because this is going on YouTube with the video because that caught both of us so off guard.
Did you click something? What did you do?
I just hit record and it just played.
It just played a video. That's so funny.
At least it was cool.
Yeah. Well, rundown of our show today is we are going to talk about the EFA a little bit more. I know we talked about it. What was that? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? Couple weeks ago. Regardless, new teams added to the EFA, so we're going to make sure to talk more EFA, talk about the implications for the ELF going forward. We may be the number one EFA podcast from now on, no longer the number one ELF podcast. So keep that in mind. We're always going to talk about player awards. We got our own player awards this week. One is very spicy. We're giving it to one of our good friends of the pod, so he's going to enjoy seeing that. And for any of the good friends of the pod that don't listen to our podcast, hopefully we'll get them to listen this week while we talk shit about them, right?
Yeah, that's how we do it.
We're going to do a rundown of last week's games as well. We have a couple of, massive games with how close we are to playoffs, so a lot of playoff implications there. Some pretty close games this week, some absolutely not close games, as per usual. And then we're going to wrap up with pick'ems for next week. As always, we are quote-unquote sort of sponsored by our friends over at BetStamp, so use our sign-up link below. Make sure to bet, what is it, $5, $10?
$10.
$80, whatever you want to spend. Do it all.
Anything
whatever you
above
win.
the $10 mark.
Yep. Whatever you win, give us a shout out. We definitely helped you steer you in the right direction. If you listened to us and got something wrong, grow up.
Be better.
Yeah, be better.
It's called Fourth Down Fiasco for a reason.
Yeah. Follow us on all social media as well. We are Fourth Down Fiasco on everything besides X, right? And X is Fourth Down _ pod.
Yep.
Absolutely.
X is just amazing.
Yeah. And we use it a lot.
We do all the time.
Yeah. We definitely use all of our social media beside not just our Instagram, right?
We're like 12 followers away from 500 on Instagram. And once we hit 500 on Instagram, CFB 26 X ELF X EFA is dropping. All 17 teams, because I'm keeping the Dragons for our boy Jordan out here.
Hell yeah.
So if you want to play
at 20 overall?
Team, let me know. Get us to 500. We're so close. But anyways, you can see what happens when we don't have Jordan here. Our intros are all over the place.
Well, it didn't help that we got jump scared by an intro that we weren't prepared for. So
that's true.
Whatever.
It happens. But EFA, we woke up to the news this morning. You guys probably got it in the afternoon because you guys are European. But the Stuttgart Surge and the Berlin Thunder, yes, the Berlin Thunder have joined the European Football Alliance. Thoughts on the Surge? Surge is kind of a no-brainer, right? They're kind of a core team that you kind of need to
they should be there.
Keep in the league. But the Berlin Thunder, that's interesting.
So you got a little bit of a reporter scoop on this matter, Danny. So
yeah, so we did get some little insider help today about it, which it was nice because I like Berlin. I think it's good to have if you're going to have a European-based league, having a team in the capital of the biggest European country, or is Germany the biggest?
Dude, that's a great question. I'm not good with population maps.
One of the biggest European countries, you should have one in their capital, even though some people may say it's not a sports town. But if you have a good team, any town can be a sports town. But
number 2 behind Russia. It's whether or not you want to count Russia as European.
No, Russia's a whole different thing. But apparently, Berlin presented a very good plan with new shareholders and various other things, and even included a, quote, new stadium yes, it's an outdated stadium, but for Berlin to play in and not that little grass field with dandelions growing all over the place. But they said they're now in insolvency. And if that is true, Berlin could be looking in the right direction. And if you need help building a team, just reach out to our boy at Matt Pressington. Because look
what us. Well, we'll make it work.
Yeah, or us. You want to help building your team? Reach out to Fourth Down Fiasco. We'll build your team better than your team this year because it can't be that hard.
And if it's worse, then just fire us.
Yeah, fire us. Yeah.
I mean, it's not that hard.
Or if you need a co-offensive coordinators, let us know. We'll cook up some nasty plays.
Yeah, we will.
So, but no, I like this. We're up to 11 of the 16 current teams. They're also looking at outside ELF teams to bring into the EFA. We haven't heard anything much, but there's whispers of like Potsdam from the GFL coming up, which would be fun because they have a built-in fan base already.
Mm-hmm.
They'd have to restructure their team completely because I think they have 21 American starters.
Wow.
On offense and defense. So, yeah, you can't do that.
So those teams are probably significantly better than the ELF teams, huh?
I'm curious how that would play, actually. They probably would destroy them, but completely different rules. You're right. You can only – and, I mean, that was the thing with Jalen Henderson coming in is he played in the GFL with All-Americans.
Yeah.
Then he came to the league where he's playing with French.
So it's a little bit of a different scenario. I don't know. I like Berlin making it in. I have some reservations about adding too many teams just because every year we've been watching, well, I mean, guaranteed they only really went down one team from last year. But it seems like they've been
zero. We lost and added a team. Oh, no.
No, we lost. We lost two.
We lose two.
Yeah. We lost two. So we went down to 16, and it seemed like from talks we were maybe going down to 12 for a little bit there. I struggle with seeing a lot of teams added just because of the talent deficit that we've seen thus far and some of the organizational issues we've seen from teams. It's kind of crazy, but I almost feel that the ELF, or if it's going to be the EFA, should move closer to being to 8 teams rather than being to 16 teams. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to cut anybody to get there, but I think if the pool was smaller for now and they really established as teams, then slowly added on, that would be better. So I'm hoping if the EFA, let's say they cut those bottom 4 teams, they cut Hamburg, Cologne, Helvetic, and Vedavar, and they kept at 12, and then maybe they added like 2 more and they did like 14. That could probably be fine. That would work. But I'd rather them just stick with 12 going into the season and make that work for a little bit and see where you're going.
Yeah, I think 8 would be not enough. I feel like if you're going to cut to 12, because then
I would prefer them to cut to 12. I'm just saying I'm closer to the boat of going down to 8 rather than going up to 16. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I would almost prefer to see less.
I'm the opposite.
More concentrated.
I'm the opposite. There's enough talent in Europe where if you have the right management, players will want to play for you. Helvetic, the Swiss have talent. Look at the Swiss league. They have good players. No one wants to play for the mercenaries because their owners are just garbage. But bring in the correct management and Helvetic could be competitive. Maybe not championship material, but 500.
I get where you're coming from. It's just we haven't seen the right management for a lot of these franchises. That's what worries me the most,
And hopefully whoever's running the EFA, which I think is kind of the teams almost at this point, with probably some outsider help, they can help vet the management and the ownership. Because the ELF said they were vetting ownership, but how were they really?
Yeah. Like, doesn't seem like it.
You can say anything you want, but you let the Thunder come in and do this with their new ownership. Because, if you cut the 4 teams, Hamburg, Farivar, Helvetic, and Cologne, because we've heard whispers of Munich joining the EFA here shortly, and that puts us at 12. So that means the rumors of outside teams are non-existent because that's already at the cap of what you're saying of 12 is.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at maybe the London team, like the people that invested into the ELF, maybe they hop over to the EFA and bring in that London Monarchs team. Maybe the Amsterdam people trust the EFA more than the EFL and come out with an Amsterdam team. Then you bring in Potsdam or any other GFL team, that's up to 15. Then steal like an AFL team, like bring in like the Danube Dragons or something like that.
Yeah,
or the Seamen could come back. Which you please, on the love of all things, God, change the name of the Seamen. I understand the history behind it, but if you want to be a legit team, change it, please.
And even
have people play for you.
And even like the Seamen is still kind of it's a horrible name, but the main thing that actually pissed me off is their logo, and honestly, their colors weren't very good. Like their whole aesthetic was terrible. It was tragic.
It was kind of like an old school Navy thing, and it didn't work.
Yeah, it looked awful. So, if we go that route, I see that working a lot more. I think if they had actual proven organizations, proven ownership come in and keep it at 16, because I do like the current playoff structure with the 16 teams. Like it's a good playoff structure. You see a good amount of teams make it in. It's interesting coming up to the end of the season because we still have 3 teams vying for the last like 2, or we have 5 teams vying.
Like 5 teams vying for 2 spots.
Yeah, like that's fun. That's a good moniker of a good fun league.
Yeah.
My issue has just been we have 3 teams that have yet to win a game. Or sorry, no, Verifar just won a game, huh?
Yeah, so come on, buddy.
Yeah, okay, sorry. We got 2 teams that have yet to win a game. One that's going to finish 1-11. So that's the struggle I see is if you can add reliable ownership to a Bellanu team, add reliable ownership to a London team, bring in Potsdam, bring in a good Italian team. Yeah, that absolutely could work, and that would make a really interesting league. It's just if we bring back the Milano Seamen and they operate the same way, then we're in the same situation as Helvetic, where it's like, dude, these guys are getting 77-0'd, you know?
Yeah. I heard rumors when I was over in Europe, the Seamen have new financial backing. How accurate that is, I don't know, but I trust the person who said it.
Yeah.
But I would also trust with how flaky Amsterdam has been of joining the ELF. I trust that ownership because they don't want to get themselves into a shitty situation.
Yep.
So like I would trust the Amsterdam team to come into the EFA. I don't know the talent pool in the Netherlands. That would be a question for our buddy. And then the London team, they have to be doing it right. They can't not afford to come in and be almost a powerhouse with how big the UK is.
Yeah, exactly. Like that should realistically be a good team. And I think there's always the political issues with London just not being in the European Union and all that stuff. But I think they can probably work that out.
No, yeah. But then going back into Potsdam, they have the ownership, they have the history, and they have the fan base.
Mm-hmm.
And the management. So, I mean, if you bring those 4 teams and hopefully Milano, but even if Milano's the worst team out of this bunch, because out of the 11 we have already, they're all competitive teams.
Yeah.
Berlin,
absolutely.
But with new management, hopefully. So, if Milano's your worst team at 3-9, who cares?
No, I completely agree. We're looking at Berlin right now. Berlin's going to finish the year 3-9. If Berlin was the worst team this year, I wouldn't be that upset.
No, but to have 3 teams worse than 3-9, 2 of them with 0 wins. Come on.
Sorry, there's 4 teams worse. Hamburg has less wins too.
And I didn't even think about Hamburg, but yeah, Berlin's not even the worst team.
Mm-hmm.
And if your worst team is the 4th worst team in this, perfect.
Yeah.
Because look at the NFL. You have teams finishing 2-14 or 2-15 now.
Yeah, just watch the Browns this year.
Yeah, and there's gonna be bad teams in the league. And if not, great. Bring in less parity.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to happen. It's football. Look at every league. There's teams that suck. Kent State, 0-12, baby.
Yeah, we're great. We do really good work.
But
at least our basketball team is always pretty good.
No, yeah. But I like the EFA. They did say the last conversation they had with the ELF did not go as planned, in that they are looking at starting an independent league.
And I mean, if you got 11 teams signing on, I mean, the ELF is dead in the water.
Yeah, we can probably say 12 out of the 16 at least.
Yeah. Unless the ELF sticks around. They have Hamburg, Helvetic, Cologne, and
honestly, I would watch that. That I would. Oh, that'd be so much fun.
That'd be so funny.
No, yeah. But if the ELF is around next year, hopefully a league is. I'm riding that the league's going to stay alive, like a league. But I really hope they take in NFL scheduling, where the bad people play bad teams. Or the bad teams play bad teams.
No, we have to figure out a way to get that to work, because it's tragic that we haven't had a shit bowl this year. Like
how we haven't had Cologne versus Helvetic is absurd.
Yeah, the closest we've gotten is Berlin and Vetivar.
And that was only because Sullivan was out.
Yep.
But let's talk about the game while we're on it. So Farivar, Berlin. Mr. Fiasco from a couple weeks ago decided to ball out.
Yeah.
Mr. Brett Pullman. Stats are non-existent, so I don't know.
We don't need them.
But no, yeah, what happened? Why is there nothing here?
I'm not sure. They were here earlier this week. I mean, that's how we were looking for Big Dog and all that stuff. So
I don't know.
Whatever.
That's what it is.
Regardless, I mean, Pullman had a good game. Vetivar's offense was clicking. Guarantee Berlin's defense is
kind of garbage.
Horrible. I was surprised that Berlin was able to put up so many points with a backup quarterback against Vetivar's defense, because their defense
bad their defense is.
But Vetivar's defense actually has pieces to it that are pretty good. I thought they would have a better chance against that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
I didn't expect him to get 31 pieced by a backup, but I had more faith in Vetivar's defense than that. Even though Vetivar's been terrible this year, they just never struck me as being that terrible compared to the Bowden teams.
No, but I mean, hey, a win's a win, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're ecstatic. They got to win.
Yeah, and I forget, there was one homegrown wide receiver that played really well. I forget his name, but Mao Chow gave him a shout out. So go him. If I had stats, I'd know his name. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's a good win though. If they are able to stay around, if they're able to come back again. Vetivar's ownership isn't the issue. It's just the import rule is the issue for Vetivar. They're just never.
Also are bad at getting imports.
Yep, exactly. Nobody really wants to play in Hungary. It's a shame. It's a beautiful country.
I mean, but look, John Cole is balling. Yep. They brought him in, and he's been playing lights out. But they decide to go the 2D lineman role on defense with their A's. Why? I don't know. But that's not going to work ever. You can go one. That sometimes works. But going two is not the way.
Definitely not.
No. But Stuttgart Cologne, not much to talk about. Pretty much a bye week before the playoffs start.
Yeah. I mean, how much did Hennessy play that game? Like a quarter at most.
If that.
Yeah.
He 9 of 14, 108 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah. I'm sure he was pulled out by the second.
His touchdown came in the second. And then, halftime he got pulled. So he played a half, testing out that back injury that never got disclosed. Wrocław, Vienna. Actually, 36 on Vienna's defense. It's quite bad.
That's the thing with Wrocław is they're a confusing team, because there's moments where you watch them and you're like, oh, these guys can hang their head. These are guys who can compete with the best of the ELF. Their offense clicks. They get things going for them. You see the running game working for them. A lot of what DJ Irons creates on offense is really fun to watch for Wrocław. It works well for them. And I hope that they can keep DJ and, he continues to develop and continues to elevate this offense. It's just unfortunate because Wrocław doesn't have a whole lot outside of that. They still have some of their issues in defense, even though it's getting better from previous years. They're still struggling in that front.
Oh, you went mute.
Oh, did I?
Oh, now you're back.
Oh, strange. I don't know why that happened.
Probably.
Regardless, their offense can be explosive at times, but it's not explosive consistently enough for you to sit there and be like, yeah, Wrocław is going to beat one of these top teams. I hope that changes in the coming years. And again, Wrocław always feels like they're a step away. Like they're on the staircase. They made the journey halfway there, and they just can't reach the top.
They are a step away, and like if they like looking at their stats, Irons 285 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns, 114 yards on the ground for 2 touchdowns. Then he kills himself with the picks. He had 2 picks.
Yeah,
but it's like, and then you look at their starting running back who had 1,000 yards last year, 8 attempts for 38 yards. What are you doing?
They're just not running them.
And it goes back, their O-line's garbage. If you get an O-line for this team, this offense is going to be terrifying. Because you got Stewart who went for
900 yards, dude.
Yeah. And then their second leading receiver is their running back. Go get another wide receiver. Like, there has to be one. I don't know. And then go get an O-line. And then get a DB that can actually, like, play well. Like, Devin Burrell, great. I know he's not on the team anymore. But he hurts your defense. I don't even know who they brought in for him. I didn't pay attention to that. Like, go get a good DB, like Cole Coleman or something.
Absolutely.
And then this team
try to pronounce some of those homegrowns on the receiving end for Wrocław real quick.
Jay Zalowski, Wojciechowski. I don't know.
It's just there's a lack of vowels. That's all I gotta say. we don't got a lot of vowels within those last names there.
And if you don't go wide receiver route, go get a big body tight end somewhere, or go build your O-line and just like I said before, run a 2021 Ravens offense with rookie Lamar Jackson,
that'd be great.
Or a 2020 offense where Lamar couldn't really throw it accurately. He could pass when he needed to sometimes, but just run down everyone's throat, tire them out, run 100 plays a game. Yep. Run that like 2012 Oregon Ducks offense with Chip Kelly.
No, I mean that's the move. If you can spread out not spread out, but if you can just like if you can just have an offense that can run consistently and often and just, get creative. You got DJ Irons, you got opportunities to switch to any part of the field that you want. You can throw a lot of defenses off track. It's not going to be things that they see consistently in the ELF. So
if someone ran like an Army offense in the ELF, that'd be wild.
Yeah, run the triple option, dude.
Wrocław could go get 3 O-linemen or European O-linemen, build the rest out with your homegrowns, go get a European running back. This offense would put up 55 points a game. Like, just run misdirection. And then when everyone loads the box, you got Stewart on the outside.
Yeah.
He's like 6'5". Just throw it up.
No, it would be fascinating to see them run more disguised packages with run plays. I mean, they should abuse the fuck out of RPO. Like, it's because you can always have DJ Irons roll out. Like, he is fast enough that you're never going to have him get caught up by the inside. The inside D linemen aren't going to get him unless they blow up the RPO play. Like, yeah. And
the only guy on the outside that could probably chase him down is Lucky from Vienna and Kitchens from Hamburg. I don't know what other. Like, there probably are a couple. Probably DeMarc Artis for Paris probably could. There's a handful. There's probably a couple others, but not many people are going to be able to track him down on a rollout.
Yeah, exactly. If if he can roll out of the pocket consistently, I mean, that would create situations. It's just he gets so little time to do anything with the offensive line.
Yeah.
So it's really scary to run RPO, run rollouts, because by the time he's making his progression out of the pocket, there could be a defender already in his face, you know?
And like, please, for the love, whatever league we're in next year, go get an offensive line, and Vroslav, you will break that playoff curse.
Yeah.
They just remind me of like Jeff Fisher finishing 500.
Yeah.
Like they're just there.
What, they're 5-6? What do they got in week 14?
They have Munich, so they'll probably finish 5-7.
Or 5-7. Which, hey, I mean, Jeff Fisher finished 7-9 every year, so it's pretty much the same. Yeah.
It's just right there every year. But another team that is right there, that almost is in the playoffs, Paris Helvetic. Don't need to talk about that much. Paris controls their own destiny, though, so we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But they won 77-0 against nobodies. Nordic Storm, close at halftime, and then decided to start playing football because Jadrian Clark knows how to, apparently. Just took him a game and a half to figure it back out.
Yeah.
But he finished with 5 touchdowns, beat Hamburg 40-7. Interesting game. New quarterback for Hamburg for the 5th time this year, I think. I don't know.
Dude, yeah, probably.
Then we get into the games of the week. Euro Madrid Bravos versus the Munich Ravens. For the second time this season, Madrid loses by 3 to Munich.
And they were rallying. I mean, they rallied in the fourth. They leave Munich on 0 points. They score 14 and just run out of time.
Yep. And that interception right before halftime at the 11-yard line.
Yep. No, Madrid is in an unfortunate spot. They really needed this game. If they would have won this game, I mean, they clinch if they win this game, right?
Yep. They were in the playoffs if they won.
Yeah, and now they need some help. I guarantee their path still isn't difficult. We'll get into it with pick'ems. I still favor them making the playoffs just because the way their path looks. I don't think it's going to be too. It's not going to be too difficult to see them make it.
They short story, need to win and need some help.
And not a lot of help
is easy.
Yeah, not a lot of help at all.
Yeah.
So even though I think the ELF posted they have the low of the teams that aren't eliminated, they have the lowest percentage to make it in. I don't know why.
Probably because they're below the teams that just need to win.
Yeah.
But then those teams that need to win aren't even favored in their game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, well, you look at the last week and look at Paris's matchup, and it's like, yeah, I don't think Paris has an easier way to get in than Madrid, for who they're playing. So,
but the Ravens, I haven't been riding the Ravens. Yes, I know they're 11 or 10-1, but maybe I need to start riding the Ravens. In one-score games, they are good. They know how to just hold on to that win. Like, they can't finish games, but they can just hold on to the end. Like, they don't just like stomp people out when they're up. They just let them trickle back.
No,
scary.
Munich's been really good this whole season. It's been a shock. I don't think any of us had Munich above like the 7th or 8th best team at the start of the season.
No, and what's wild is they finished 9-3 last year. I forgot about that.
They were the first team. Did they make the playoffs last year, or were they the first team out?
They made the playoffs because I was looking at our.
Who did they play in the first? Did they play Stuttgart in the first round last year?
Yes, I was looking at our analyst arena stuff, and right here, Munich.
Oh yeah, Munich at 5,
9-3.
Oh, yeah, even higher than Madrid.
But so yeah, Munich, they're only 2 wins better than they are last year. Or 1 win, I guess, right now.
1 win right now. They've looked a lot more dominant this year than they did last year, though. This is,
I agree.
And they control their own destiny to get a bye. They will make it. If they win one more game next week, they will make it further in the playoffs than they did last year. So
that's true. Yeah, they win, they get a bye. But Madrid, 1-score games. Literally like 4 play calls this whole season, Madrid would be fighting for a bye. The 2-point conversion call. 2 2-point conversion calls. over. The interception, and these are just from some games. The interception at halftime, and then that 80-yard rushing touchdown against Munich. Both those games, or both those plays, this last game changed the entire game.
Yeah.
Madrid, so they're so close to basically being undefeated.
Realistically, they should. I mean, the only game that I really felt Madrid was out of it was the Frankfurt game.
Yeah.
That was the only game where I was like, oh, they didn't really stand a chance that game. They got outplayed. But the other three games,
1-4 in one-score games. The Raiders game, they should have won. They had a wide open tight end. Reed even admitted, he's like, I should have pulled it. He's like, I don't know why I didn't. That wins the game. Puts you at 8-3 and solidified for the playoffs. The Munich Ravens Madrid game, not running out the clock with 1:12 left.
Mm-hmm.
And then settling for a field goal at the end of the game. Dumb play call.
Well, and they also they still had time. Like, that's the issue is with that is like, they were 20 yards out and they were running out of time. It's better just to take the field, better just to get the field goal and overtime. But with that offense, go for the end zone. Trust your best player on the field, Yep. You can ice this game. Munich's the better roster than you. Why are you taking that chance?
Yeah. They were two play calls away from being 9-3. Or 10-2.
And then if they could have found a way to beat this Munich team, I mean, they would only have the loss to Frankfurt and they would have a bye, right? Or they would be in position of a bye.
Yeah.
Because their strength of victory would be insane.
Yeah, which is wild. Because they could miss the playoffs. It's realistic. They could miss the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they don't control their own destiny anymore. They're the only two teams vying for a spot that do are Ryan and Munich. So
they had a 2-game advantage, and now they are hoping for other players or other teams to lose, which is wild.
Which is brutal.
And another team that is making their own destiny at being at a 0.4% chance to make the playoffs in Week 10. And now if they win, they're in. Frankfurt Galaxy against.
They also technically need help, but they need help from a team who's going to lose. So
but the dream team earlier this season at 4-2 has started to fall off. But Frankfurt, two polar opposite ends of the season. Galaxy, Prague, same season, just flipped them upside down.
Yep.
Hot start, poor finish. Poor start, great finish. Frankfurt bringing in Harris and Wang changed their entire season. Frankfurt is now one win away from most likely making the playoffs after being, what were they, 4-5 or something like that?
I think they were 4-5. They might have even been 3-5. I'll look real quick, but
they were 3-5 and they've just won 3 straight.
Yeah. Crazy. I mean, we all wrote them off.
They got smoked by Nordic, Paris, Prague, Stuttgart, and then turned around and went beat Cologne, beat Nordic, beat Prague.
Yeah.
Wow. And what's really wild is going back to Week 3, Frankfurt versus Paris. Frankfurt beat Paris by 2.
And that's what's going to get them a playoff spot if they win.
They could have knocked Paris out Week 3. I feel so bad for Paris. They got hosed with their scheduling.
Oh, yeah. Paris' schedule is brutal.
Yeah. And then to end the season, Week 13, we've talked about Week 13 enough. Ryan Fire, Raiders. We knew the Raiders weren't going to do much. They've kind of lost all flame.
Huge win by Ryan, though. I mean, Ryan played their asses off.
Statement win.
Yeah. No,
they're here. They're ready for the playoffs.
I said at the beginning of the season, I always thought Ryan was going to make the playoffs, and it was looking scary for a little bit, and they haven't done it yet, but it's looking pretty good for them.
Yeah, they just need a lot of teams not to win.
Yeah, exactly.
They can lose, just they can't have multiple teams win.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, Week 13 in the books. Good week to end the week. Beginning, all right. Second half, good. That seems like how it is a lot. Saturday's just like there, and Sunday's a lot better.
Yeah, which good on them for making the Sunday games better.
Yeah. But now awards from our Week 13. For our Fan favorite, big dog. Actually, it's not our fan favorite. It gets like our least amount of views, which is funny. The big dog of the week goes to our boy that joined the team 4 weeks ago, Mr. Wang. 334, 3 touchdown, did have a pick, but added 50 yards on the ground and a touchdown in a much needed win to keep their playoff hopes alive. And this isn't just for this game. What he's done the last couple weeks is absurd. To even go from 0.7% to now at a 47 or something like that.
Oh, it's completely turned Frankfurt's trajectory around. If they didn't have Wang, like they wouldn't be doing anything close to what they've have.
Wang, Harris is Flowers. Those two players tells you how quick you can turn around a team. It's not that hard. Well, you have to get the correct players, but it is doable.
No, I mean, there's not much to say about Wang. It was a massive win that he had there, and now he's got probably the hardest week coming up next week.
Yeah,
but I don't doubt him.
He beat Nordic.
Yeah, I don't see it being too crazy for him to pull it off again next week, especially against a weak defense.
I could see it. Yeah. And if I was betting man, I'm taking the over on that game. There's going to be a lot of points scored.
Yeah, absolutely.
But our unsung hero of the week, he got would you call it a demotion from a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, because he was a big dog. Yeah,
he's got demoted, but we're still giving some love. Mr. Harlan Kofi again, 11 receptions, 178 yards, and a hat trick. You can't win big dog if you don't score 6 touchdowns. Sorry, buddy. But he scored 3, which is still absurd.
So, and he's been crazy the second half of the season. He's been
Jeffries and Kofi the last second half of the season.
They figured it out. Yeah.
And their defense is clicking. Like they caught on at the right time.
Yeah, you always want to get good. You always want to get hot in the second half of the season, and that's what they're doing.
And then you want to go our Mr. Fiasco of the week. You can announce it.
Yeah, poor Carlton decides to come back to the league. Decides to come join the Hamburg Sea Devils and gets absolutely railed.
Yeah.
And this is what we were all expecting. It's not too shocking that the game ended out like this. But God, Hamburg has just decided we're going to have the QB carousel and we're just going to keep putting them through hell. And we are going to make them run the most juvenile playbook ever. And,
over 35 times
in
one game.
Yeah.
They called the same play 35 times, over 35 times in one game.
And it's, and you look at that and you're like, well, how did Hamburg lose 40-7? Well, I think Nordic didn't have to adjust very often.
Stop it once, you can stop at the other 35 plus
something times, especially when you keep doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just abysmal numbers across the whole team. Like, it's not just Carlton.
No, it is not. We have to give it to somebody out of the teams that lost.
And it's way funnier to give it to Carlton than anybody else on the team,
Especially because as soon as he joined the league, we said, congrats, brother. And all he said was, I'm hoping to not make Mr. Fiasco.
Yeah.
In week 1, buddy. Here you go.
Honestly, he wouldn't get this award if he didn't DM us, but he made a mistake,
I don't know who else we would have given it to be honest. We can't give it to Cologne guys. We can't give it to Helvetic guys. Farivar won.
Yeah.
Berlin didn't have a quarterback.
Yeah, it was a tough week. There really wasn't there wasn't much competition. But I mean, like I said, you could have given it to anybody on this Hamburg team. Like, you could have given it. Just looking at the numbers top to bottom, it's like the rushing attack was awful. Receivers weren't getting open. Defense played like shit. Like
10 attempts for 27 yards for Chris Kai is wild.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, Aiken, 22-33, not bad first game back, especially against the Storm defense. Yes, they're beat up. But 150 through the air, 2 picks, 4 sacks, not his fault. It's Hamburg. But then 3 attempts on the ground for 0 yards. And 1 touchdown.
Dude, that's a Jerome Bettis stat line.
At least he got a touchdown.
At least he got the touchdown.
But we can't harp on him too much. It's hard when your offensive coordinator is no one.
Yeah. No, it's brutal for Hamburg, and it sucks to give Carlton the award. Sorry, I'm yawning. It has been a long day. It sucks to give Carlton the award, but maybe you'll not be. Well, Hamburg probably won't be around next year, so you don't have to worry about playing for Hamburg.
Next week, Carlton, you should just call audibles at the line.
Yeah,
just call your own plays. You're playing Berlin. It's your last game. You unretired for this. Just go out. Just ball out. Put up some points. Just you do you, dog.
And what's Hamburg going to do? Fire you? They're going to fire themselves.
Hamburg can't do anything. But so pick'ems. Week 14 all comes down to this. Stuttgart versus Farivar. Stuttgart is playing
for the 3
or 4 seed. Doesn't make
easy for them. If they win, they're 3. If they lose, they're 4. They're playing Farivar. They're going to win anyways, even if they play all backups.
Well, I don't think that's true. If they win, they're not guaranteed a 3 seed. Because if Nordic wins, they're the 3 seed.
Oh, duh. Nordic.
No, yeah. Well, this graphic's wrong.
Yeah.
This graphic says win.
No, I saw the graphic, and I just didn't even think about it. I was like, okay, that's easy to win 3, lose 4. But no, they absolutely can't be the 3 seed if Nordic.
Yeah, if Nordic loses and Stuttgart wins, they could be the 3 seed. If they lose, they're the 4 seed. So
they probably would rather be the 3 seed. So
I would rather play Frankfurt and or Madrid over Rhine. Yeah. Because for whatever reason, Rhine just has Stuttgart's number.
Yep.
Munich, Wroclaw. We're both taking Stuttgart, obviously.
Both taking Stuttgart, yep.
Munich, Wroclaw, we're both taking Munich. I think so.
And this would be huge for Munich because they beat Wroclaw, they get the bye. And so
they win, they get the bye, most likely, unless Nordic also loses, then they still get the bye.
And they could, even if they lose, they could still get the bye.
Yeah, so. If Munich and Nordic lose, they get the bye.
Yeah. So, but I don't think Wrocław's going to stop them. So I think they will get the bye.
But they do have a shot at the 1 seed. Because if Vienna loses and Munich wins, they get the 1 seed.
Which would be a crazy development for Munich.
Yeah. Then this is the first real game of the week. Paris, Vienna. Paris is fighting for that 1 seed. They control their own destiny. Paris also controls their own destiny. If they win, they're in. No ifs, ands, or buts. Win and in.
Unfortunately for Paris, this is in Vienna. So that's going to be tough.
In Vienna, I think it's just kind of gotten better. Paris has 2 since their first matchup, but I think Vienna is they're just that little bit better than everyone else.
Well, yeah, and the thing is with Vienna too, they need to win this game because if they lose, there's a chance they will fall out of the bye, and they don't want that to happen.
No, yeah, they want the bye.
Yeah, so it's a shame because if Vienna was resting their starters, you could easily see Paris make it into the playoffs, but Vienna has a lot to play for, and even though Paris has even more to play for, it's just Vienna's the better roster, and it's in Vienna. Like everything that could go against Paris potentially winning this game did go against them.
Vienna's going to have a sold-out crowd. Crowd's going to be loud. Their crowd is loud. And then Vienna's just clicking.
Yeah.
Pajarini's back and running at full speed. Their defense is locked in. Reese Horn is balling out. Ben Holmes is balling out. They just look good. So, sorry, Paris. You got screwed.
No, dude, their schedule was totally fine.
No
issues with them playing nothing wrong with them playing every good team in the ELF.
Yeah, every single playoff team they played, but it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Then this is kind of a shit bowl. Hamburg versus Berlin. Who you got?
Who did I say? I think I said Hamburg, right? Did you say Hamburg?
Hamburg. I want Aiken to win. And
that's where I'm at. I trust. And Sullivan's not playing, right?
I don't know yet. I don't think they've announced it.
Yeah.
But even
if Sullivan plays, I think Aiken's the better quarterback than Sullivan.
Yeah.
Maybe that's Aiken front of the pod bias, but
100%.
Whatever. I'm fine with it. I'm biased. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. So let's go Hamburg. I want to see Aiken go out there. I want to see him ball out, and I want him to ball out hard enough that he decides to come back to the ELF next year with a better team.
I think he might be done, but
I think he's done too. But I would like to see it.
No, I would agree. And then the most important matchup of this weekend. Both of these teams, Madrid and Frankfurt, need a win and a little bit of help.
And by the way, we keep referring to a little bit of help. The little bit of help is Vienna Vienna beating Paris.
Or Rhine beating Nordic.
You mean
Nordic beating Rhine. So Vienna has to beat Paris and Nordic has to beat Rhine for these teams to make the playoffs. So Madrid, yes, if they beat Frankfurt, only a max of one of these teams can win, Paris or Rhine. So Madrid wins.
Is really
Paris
not
or Rhine have to lose.
Yeah.
If both of them win, sorry, Madrid, you're done. Same thing goes for Frankfurt. They need a win, and then Paris or Rhine have to lose.
Yeah, so it's really not a crazy path for either of these teams. They're really just Frankfurt and Madrid are just relying on winning their game, their matchup, and then they really, who cares about the Rhine Nordic? They're probably just watching to see if Vienna beats Paris, which they most likely will. And luckily that's on Saturday. That's the day before, so they'll know if they'll know if they're in control of their own destiny or not.
Yes. So Saturday night, Sunday morning, Madrid and Frankfurt will know if they have to be praying for another win or another loss, or if they win and they're in.
Yeah.
And then the Raiders Cologne game, or no, Helvetic Prague.
Well, we didn't pick
Prague for finishing at 7-5.
We didn't pick for Madrid and Frankfurt.
Oh, you're right.
Who are you picking?
I just like Madrid's offense too much.
Yeah,
I want to see Reed and Cruikshank in the playoffs. I need it.
Mm-hmm.
I like Wang, but Madrid, it's so much fun to watch. I'm going Madrid.
Yeah.
They've let me down.
No, that's where I'm at too. Madrid's offense has been so good. Frankfurt's already beat them once this season. I imagine they split their series, right?
Yeah. You can only hope.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Sinet, Cruikshank, and Seelig on your offense, and that's just the three, and you still got like Calderon and the other guys. Like, come on. Defense, just make one stop. That is all you need. Because Sinet is going to cook this Frankfurt defense.
Easily. It's not going to be tough.
No. I need them to cook this defense because of fantasy.
Yeah. Hey, you're fighting for the number one spot.
I am number one in the world by 2.3 points. I was not nervous for ELF fantasy all season until I woke up Monday morning.
Are you starting C-League, Cruikshank, and
yes.
I would say.
I have Sinet, Cruikshank, and Seelig. They have yet to let me fail. Don't let it be this week.
It's called. I've been boned by not paying attention to who's out each week for fantasy. Like there's so many times this year playing fantasy that I'll just start somebody who doesn't play.
Yeah.
Because I won't check
like Stuttgart, who's like the worst thing ever for fantasy.
Yeah. No, I keep making that mistake, and the issue is I'm just too lazy, and I don't keep up in the mornings when the games are happening, and I'll just go watch the game, and I'm like, hey, is McCullough playing? And I'm like, oh, nope. Yeah. I started him again for some reason. He stopped playing.
Yeah. But you're going Madrid, I'm assuming.
I'm absolutely going Madrid. Of course I'm going Madrid. It's my team. Even if it looked like they were going to lose, I'd pick them.
No, yeah. But congrats, Prague, for winning 7-5. You beat Bresington's predictions of 4 wins.
Dude, I called before the season started. I said Prague's going to have 6 wins, and they outdid it. They outdid it, man. It's crazy. I was sitting there, and I was like, dude, Prague's schedule? I'm thinking they're going to get 6 wins. And that was a hot take before the season started.
Yeah, that Frankfurt win. Frankfurt's just there. Frankfurt is around everybody. That one Frankfurt win put them over the 6. Frankfurt beat who did we say earlier? Paris. That caused them to kind of miss the playoffs almost. But so we're all going Prague.
Yep.
Raiders Cologne. Congrats, Raiders, for finishing 500.
Yep.
I don't know. Come on, Tyrol, you have half of Austria and Italy to pick from. How can you not build a winning team?
It's brutal. They look so good some weeks too.
Yeah. I don't know. But finally, ending this regular season on this game is wild. The return of Jadrian Clark to Dusseldorf and Ryan Fire. Ryan Fire win and they're in. Can still miss the playoffs, but it's going to be hard. If they lose, only a max of Paris or Frankfurt can win. So Paris and Frankfurt win and the Fire lose. The Fire miss the playoffs.
Oh, so Ryan makes it if Madrid wins and Paris wins?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So Ryan really doesn't have a hard time getting it at all.
Mm-mm. So they do control their own destiny, but if they lose, they can still make it, unlike Paris.
Nice.
So
good for Ryan.
Yeah. They turned it on when they needed to. But Jadrian Clark, he struggled against them a couple weeks ago. Still ended up pulling out the win. That was in Copenhagen, though. But I got to roll with the Storm.
Yeah, this is where we'll disagree because I think Ryan has true home field advantage. I think they're one of the few teams in the ELF that do. And I think Dusseldorf is going to be electric for this game.
It's a coin flip game. This could go either way.
Yeah, and when it always comes to a coin flip game, I always take who's at home. That's how I've always seen
I like to ride by that until I'm invested. So
yeah, exactly. But also, just Ryan has been hot these last few weeks. Like they have been playing really well, and Nordic. I've been skeptical of Nordic all year, and
yeah.
The 1 week I wasn't skeptical of them, I regretted it. So, started the season off. I said Ryan was going to make it further in the playoffs than Nordic, and I would like to be true. I'd like that to be right. So I'm just going to keep riding it until I'm inevitably wrong.
Well, what's wild is we could have a back-to-back Nordic Fire game.
Yeah, and if that's the case, I'm taking Nordic both times, or not Nordic, Ryan both times, so I can be right.
I'm going to Copenhagen the second time. Coin flip game.
But I'm going to be so insufferable because I think that was my hot take going into the season. I think my hot take going into the season was Ryan was going to make it further than Nordic in the playoffs. And if that happens, dude, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good for my ego.
We'll have to go back and listen to the episodes and see what you said.
I'm pretty sure that was my hot take.
Probably. I don't remember.
I'll definitely have to go back, but I think it was that Ryan would make it further in the playoffs. So if they play in the first round and they beat them, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. But final thoughts. We made it through another regular season of the ELF.
We did, and well, no, we haven't. We got one more week of the regular season.
True. Fact.
We almost made it through another. So as long as the meteor doesn't hit in the next week, we should be good.
Perfect.
All right. Anything else for us, Danny, before we wrap up?
It's been a good season. Yes, there's been the hiccups, but the ball's been good. To have this many outcomes for playoff teams is wild.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree.
I think it's been a good season.
As always, thank you for tuning in for the Fourth Down Fiasco. I am Tanner Vinsky. We actually didn't introduce ourselves at the beginning because we got so fucking wrapped up on the accidental intro. But just in case you're new and weren't paying attention, I don't even think we really said each other's names the whole time. Nope. I'm Tanner Vinsky. I'm your pseudo host for today, and Danny is also a pseudo host because we don't have Jordan carrying our slack.
Sad.
We always appreciate you guys listening. Make sure to give us 5 stars on Spotify. I think Apple Podcasts also has something similar to that. I think they have a rating system. Yeah, I don't use, even though I got an iPhone, I don't use any of the Apple apps. Nope. I'm a boomer in that way. So they came out too late. If they were around when I was in high school, would have used them, but they weren't. So
go subscribe to us on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up. All of our exclusive interviews go on YouTube. You can go watch those if you're wanting to catch up on us, if you haven't.
And we are working with some interviews. It's really nice when off season kicks because we can definitely get some more interviews going. So it's going to be fun. So make sure to go subscribe to our YouTube. Check that out. Like I said earlier in the episode, follow our socials. We're 4th Down Fiasco on everything besides X/Twitter, which is 4th Down _pod. We are how many followers away on Instagram from 500?
Like
12. Yeah. So if there's 12 of y'all, go follow our Instagram. And Danny is going to put the ELF teams back on CFB 26, which kudos to you. That shit looks like a pain in the ass. So
all the players loved it last year. So
yeah, no, it's awesome, but it is a pain in the ass. So
Riley is still salty about it, but it is what it is.
Who was salty about it?
Riley Hennessy, because I made the surge last year, and he's like, "Well, I thought you forgot about us. You didn't even care." Da-da-da-da-da-da. He brought it up again last week.
Well, they'll be first this year, probably.
I'll put them out first.
There you go. Awesome. Yeah. Again, thank you, everybody, for listening. We will see you next week. And as always, hugs and kisses.
Peace.